Carolyn Dube here, and today I am using a pen and tracing my stencil. Not the whole stencil, but part of it. I put some tape down because when I trace things wiggle too much on me. And I traced over the arch and the bottom of the arch through the entire design. And then I did just some of the vertical lines, sort of a randomness to it to change the look of it. So some are there and some aren't. Kind of eyeballed where I'd want them to go. The nice part about taping it on a hinge like this is I can look and see what it looks like and then close it back up and add more lines where I want. It was also helpful to see where I'd missed some of the ones I meant to do, because that happened to me too. When I was all done tracing, I pulled the stencil off, and since I'd used artist tape, which is a repositionable tape, it was really easy to pull off and didn't tear the paper at all. And then I looked at this, I thought, you know, I want to put watercolors on it. Now, I'm not a watercolorist by any stretch of the imagination. I really don't know what I'm doing with it other than, hey, you squirt water on it and it makes color. And this isn't watercolor paper. This is not the proper setup to do, quote, real watercolor. And all that doesn't matter. So I grabbed a color I liked and I started trying to color in the lines. And the cool part about watercolors, for some reason, if you don't stay in the lines, it actually looks all fun and artsy. I couldn't stay in the lines very well to save my soul, so why bother? Let's just embrace the fact that it's not staying in the lines. And my inner critic shows up for me just like it does for everybody else. But I kind of laugh at my inner critic because here are the things my inner critic is saying in my head as I was doing this. Things like, but you don't really know how to use watercolors. You haven't had any formal training. And my answer is, so what? I'm just playing. The inner critic says, this paper isn't watercolor paper. You know, they make special paper just for watercoloring. And my answer is, so what? It's working just fine. It doesn't have to be the exact paper that somebody says. And then that inner critic says, but do you know where you're going with this? Do you know what this is going to be? And my answer back is, no, and who cares? I'm having fun playing. And really, what happens is my inner critic just gets tired of saying stuff to me. It just kind of wears itself out, and it goes, okay, fine, then just have fun and play. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm adding colors that I like, I'm exploring, playing, doing whatever I feel like, because for me, this is what it's about, is just the play and the fun. And along the way of playing and having fun, I usually learn stuff too. So it's a win-win for me. And I'm just having so much fun looking at this, I'm not going to add anything more to it. There aren't any rules about art journaling or play. If I'm happy with it right here and I want to stop, then that's where I stop. Well, this wraps up Stencil Week, 5 days of fun. Thank you so much for being here for all of these. If you've missed any of them, of course you can go back and find them either on my blog or on my YouTube channel. You can find all my stencils over at Stencil Girl Products. And I have links to all the products that I used over on the blog. And of course, if you've enjoyed what you've seen here in this video and you'd like to see more with me, you can find me over on my blog. You can find me through my newsletter. I'm also on Google+, Facebook. All the links to those things are down below in the description of the video. Thank you for being a part of this colorful journey.